Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. Tonight we are heading to America, to Texas, for the Grand Prix of the Americas. So then, we're into the final week of Season 6. Just 5 rounds to go, 5 days in the week. So tonight it is COTA, tomorrow Mexico, Wednesday Brazil, Thursday is Vegas, and Friday the season finale at Abu Dhabi. And then, hopefully, we'll be moving on to Ferrari next season. Let's take a quick look around. As you can see, it is going to be a bit of a chaotic weather front tonight. As you can see, very heavy rain for the sprint, and then light rain for the race, which could be all or part of the Grand Prix, but we are definitely going to have some changeable weather conditions tonight. As far as our drivers go, you can see the adaptability rating of Isaac, and at 74, it's not great. So when it's in those transitional periods, he is going to drop off his pace quite significantly. Although once the weather stabilizes, he'll be fine again. Ollie, though, should be quick all the way throughout. His adaptability of 93 is very good indeed. However, his Achilles heel this season has been his inability to overtake consistently. And there you can see that 66 rating really is all you need to know about why his overtaking has not been stellar this year. We have changed his driver focus to try and improve that a little bit. As you can see, we've got him on race strategy here to work on smoothness, overtaking, defending, and reactions. Hopefully, we can get a little bit more out of him before the season ends. Still not sure if we're going to be bringing Behrman with us to Ferrari, but I think what we might need to do is, if we're going to really up the difficulty again, is go with young Italian F2 drivers to go full Italy on that team. We'll see. Right, let's see, what does our car look like for tonight? On paper, it looks pretty good. Top speed is 4th. Acceleration, middle of the pack. Would have been nice if that was a little bit better, but I'll settle for 9th. DRS 5th, that's pretty strong. Cornering performance, 3rd and 2nd. Very pleased to see that. Our dirty air tolerance is looking pretty good as well in 7th. So we are looking pretty competitive. Let's see what Red Bull look like. They do have a significant acceleration advantage over us, but we are quicker than them at top speed. We have a better DRS than them. We are beating them in all the downforce areas, and we are just fractionally behind them in the dirty air. So reasonably well equipped, slightly better car, but obviously they have the better drivers. So that will balance things out. We know how quick Max is at the moment. He is just blisteringly quick. Let's see. McLaren have been quick recently, and there you can see they have the fastest car with the best DRS. So they will definitely be a potent weapon tonight. Dirty air tolerance is slightly better than ours, although we do have a definite edge over them in the downforce. Let's take a look at Alfa Tauri. Again, pretty well-balanced car. Not quite as quick as us, but the better DRS. Slightly lower in the acceleration. And then they have a slight advantage over us in the low and medium speed cornering, and a slight deficit to us in the high speed and dirty air. Their cooling, they've really got on top of that. Look at that, 1st and 3rd in cooling. 92% brakes and 91% engine. Mighty impressive. So they've definitely got on top of some of their issues that they had earlier in the season. We can expect Alfa Tauri to be up there as well. Who else has been quick recently? Let's see. Zhou has been popping up every now and again. Let's have a look at his car, see if it's better than Belichak's. Nope, it is not. In fact, if anything, it might be slightly worse. It is. Look at that. So Belichick has got the upgrades that Zhou does not. Definite difference there in speed and downforce. Interesting. How you doing, Dino? How you doing, Victor? Good to see you guys. Right, let's set some targets for tonight's sprint weekend. So let's see. Do we have sponsors coming or anything like that? I can't remember. Let's have a look. Yes, we do. We have sponsors coming tonight. I thought we did. So we are on for a substantial payout if we can hit targets tonight. The qualifying streak in particular, in its own right, is worth 11.5 million if we can complete that tonight, which is phenomenal. That is an upgrade for a facility pretty much bought and paid for just off that streak. That will not kick in tonight because we won't be completing it. However, the fastest lap is worth 714,000. Just getting 2 cars in the top 15 is worth nearly 600,000. Let's get some guarantees in place. We should be getting both cars into Q3. We should easily be getting both cars into Q2, which normally doesn't pay very well. There you can see it's worth another 600 grand. That's worth almost $1 million. Get both cars into Q3. That's worth a huge amount of money. And then let's see. If we guarantee 2 in the top 8, that's worth another 1.2 million. Fantastic stuff. So we are on for a substantial amount of cash tonight. We take that 1.8 mil off. We are still looking at an overall potential reward of over 15.5 million tonight if we can hit everything else. So yeah, that is a definite injection of cash that would be very much appreciated. All right, Oscar Piastri holds the lap record from 2024. I wonder if we can compete with that tonight. Let's just take a quick look at the track layout. There you see as a good mixture of high and low speed. There's only the one medium speed corner there. As I say, we are good in all of those areas, as are Alfa Tauri, as are Red Bull. So those are the 3 teams that I expect to be in contention for serious points tonight, but we can't rule out McLaren as well. They don't have the greatest downforce numbers, but they do have phenomenal speed and a mighty DRS. So that long back straight in particular, they are going to be a serious threat when it comes to overtakes. Right, let's go to COTA.
Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. We're in Austin, but there are no wild cowboys on the track this weekend, just some serious horsepower. It's sure to be a race to remember. The track in Austin is a contradiction. It's high speed, but drivers need a decent amount of downforce to make good on overtaking. Having the grip to outbrake opponents here is key.
This time, teams have 2 races to contend with, as a sprint race will decide the starting order for the weekend's Grand Prix.
What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
Evening, Juice. Evening, Baron. Good to see you guys as well. Right. We have a dry day today. As always, with a sprint weekend, we really need to get the car nailed in that first session if we can. So, let's get prepped for that. I am going to run soft tyres in this session. And we want to run 16 laps for COTA on a day 1 run. Let's swap out some parts. I have to go with that engine. That ERS is still usable. And neither gearbox is particularly good. We'll have to stick with that gearbox, I think. Right, setup for Isaac. Let's have a look. Let's go with an 8, a 13, a 2.8, a 3.4. There we go. A 3.45, and let's go with a 0.2. There we go. And for Bearman, we are also going to run those soft tyres. 16 laps, drop the settings, change out the parts. Still have a brand new engine available, which I may well put in the car tonight, given the importance of the sponsors. Go with that ERS. And we'll go with that gearbox. There we go. Right, let's put a setup on Ollie's car. And I'm going to go with an 8, 12.5, 1.9, a 3.5 and a 0.7. There we go. Let's see if either of these setups will work. Engine refill. One of the Alfa Tauris has beaten us out there. It is Mick.
Can you understand me okay? Yeah, ready, check again.
So there are some rumours going around that Haas are looking at potentially signing Guan Yu Zhou for next season. We know Bearman is pretty much guaranteed a seat in that team. He will actually be taking part in 6 FP1 sessions this year for either Haas and or Ferrari. And he will be in the car for Haas in FP1 this weekend at Imola. So it looks as though K-Mag might be getting moved on at the end of the year. Joe is solid if unspectacular. You know, he's a steady pair of hands, but he's not an exciting driver. He's not lightning fast, but he is bringing a lot of commercial wealth with him in terms of sponsorship and an obvious link to the Chinese market. And we know how little money Gene Haas likes to spend on his F1 team, so I have to say I'm not at all surprised by that story, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if that actually does happen. What do you guys think about the possibility of Magnussen getting dropped for Zhou? Alright, what we got? 94%, that's a strong start. So I'm going to run the entire 16-lap run for Isaac. Just need Bearman. 52. Oh, that is shockingly bad. Okay, call Bearman in. 52%, that is really bad. A lot of stuff's going to have to change there. That's going to be rear wing, that's going to be roll bar, and a lot of other bits and bobs as well. And I don't really have a lot of different setups for COTA. Most of them are very, very similar. So we're going to have to probably wing this one completely off book.
Okay, we're coming now to the pit.
Here comes Behrman into the pits. So we've got some serious changes that we need to make to this car. We want to get it anywhere close to 100% for tonight's sprint race and main race. Don't have much time left either. Right, what do we need to do? Oh yeah, so that's going to have to be a 13.5. I don't have a 13.5 rear wing in the book, so this could be completely new for us here, which means front wing's going to have to go up, potentially. That's going to become a 3.7, I think. Pull that back in a bit. That's got to come all the way down. And I'm going to go with that and see how that shakes out. Let's put some extra fuel in if we can, just in case. That's too many laps. Ah, knackers. Am I going to give back 2 sets of tyres for a sprint weekend? I can't remember. Don't know if I am or not. All right, we're going to have to just try and stretch the run as best we can.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Alex doing Alex things. He's had a terrible couple of seasons. This year in particular has not been good for him. All right, there we go. Let's get Behrman back on the track. Going to be calling Hajar, or Hajar's going to be coming into the pits in the next lap. Well, there he is, next lap. What needs to change here? Nothing too substantial. Just some minor tweaks. Let's look at a 3.5 and a 0.4. That might be enough. That is a setup that's in the book. I also have a 3.4 and a 0.05. You know what? I'm going to go with that one. Might be adding a brand new setup to the book tonight with Behrman. I think there's a question in the chat for you there, Dino. Although I don't know who Joe B is. All right, should get some feedback there. 92%. It's a definite improvement, but it's not enough. We're going to have to call him in again.
Copy that.
So I think Biden has money in Haas. No. Okay, well, we went too far off. Let's try... Let's try doing that. The only thing American about Haas is the fact that their owner is American. That's it. Tyres starting to give up. Down to 25% on both cars. Come on, stay out, Isaac. Need that feedback from you. How are my tyres doing? Not well. Normally I would go with medium tyres for this first session here, but because it's a wet weekend, I want to keep an extra set of mediums just in case. feedback. Give me that feedback. 91. I've gone backwards. Ah. Well, stay out till you run out of fuel. Alright, so last chance to make some changes. Okay, so let's try going the other way, where I probably should have gone the first time, which is a 3.5 and a 0.4. Don't think we're getting back on there anymore. Keep Bearman out as long as we can. Well. There we go. So we got some partial feedback from Bearman. It's still not there. Don't know if I'm going the right way on the wing or not. I really don't. I could be going completely the wrong way. I could need to be down here somewhere. I just get the feeling it's going to be a 10 for some reason. But then it goes too far that way. Really don't know what to go for here. We'll go with that and just hope. So, not really sure where we are setup wise going into sprint quali. Hopefully in a good place. Hopefully.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
In a format familiar to our drivers, 3 parts of qualifying will decide who sits where on the sprint race grid. A good performance today will give them a real advantage for the rest of the weekend. From what we've been seeing, their confidence is lacking at the moment, and that could end up really hurting their qualifying chances today.
Buckle up then folks, it's almost time for qualifying.
Alright, let's get the good bits in. And let's see if these changes that we've made will work.
So work on those tanks. Copy.
And while they're warming up, I will get a drink from the fridge. Right. See who else has come out. Oscar and Albon and Porsche. And now Norris makes his way out as well. None of them should be an issue for us, with the exception of maybe Norris. Williams and Magnussen may be an issue for us.
Here ahead.
Depends where we catch him. At least we don't have anyone coming out of the pits into turn one as we arrive there. See how much we're closing up on that back straight there. That's how powerful the slipstream can be. Should be a substantial difference in lap time. One of my favourite Monty Python sketches. Oh wow, that's a very, very small difference in lap time. I did not expect to see that. One of my favourite Monty Python sketches, which I think is the perfect analogy of pay-to-win mechanics in video games, is the fish slapping dance. Really short little 20-second clip. Absolutely love it. Right, Oscar has gone top, but only just. So hopefully this will be enough for us to go through. We are better than Porsche. Russell is rounding the final turns now. Albon is a long way off, as always. Russell's just starting his flying lap. Okay. We'll keep an eye on Russell. See just how bad the Ferrari is here. This is our potential destination next season. He's got a bit of traffic to deal with. He's got Albon in the way, and this is going to be hurting him. So not a great first sector there for George. Stroll's on a flyer as well. No traffic to him in that first sector, so got a real chance to go quicker than his teammate here. Russell is only just a fraction quicker than Albon, which shows just how much time he lost. And Stroll is a couple of tenths quicker, so not a huge amount of pace in the Ferrari, but I've got to feel Russell would probably have been slightly quicker than Stroll. Right, we have got a Red Bull out there. It's Charles Leclerc. This will be a benchmark as well as Oscar's time. But obviously the real benchmark will be when Max sets the time. While he's still warming up, let's see how we did on our setups. 97. Not bad. Not bad at all. And oh, look at that. We nailed it. We absolutely nailed it with Ollie. Complete guess on that one. But yeah, I'm going to have to save a little bit of footage on this one so I can go back and have a look at what setup I actually put in there. And then add that to the book. I think we're probably safe. I don't think we have to go out again. As Max now finally makes his way out of the garage. So we're going to skip forward to see what time Max does. Leclerc did lose a bit of time, which is why he's slightly slower than Stroll. Let's see if Max gets a clean run. Charles gets out of the way. Not a good run for Ocon. So Williams diving out of the way, not sure which one, probably Magnussen because he's on an outlap. This is looking like a clean run. Should be quick. Sainz has popped himself up there. And Max is only 8th. Ooh, a Red Bull off the pace this weekend. Russell is out. George Russell on an in-lap will not be improving. Maloney starting his flying lap. Schumacher's in the drop zone. Oh, and that's a gaggle of traffic in front. Oh, now this could be... I'm going to watch this because the Red Bulls are both on flying laps and they're fighting. And Sainz has tucked it behind them and Schumacher's tucked it behind them. So this could either be a huge boon for Schumacher or it could be an utter disaster. Oh, it's a disaster. Well, actually, he might get away with it because of the slipstream. He might get away with it. Tsunoda is out. He has crossed the line and will not improve. Leclerc is in 13th place right now. And is he the lead Red Bull? Yes, he is. Schumacher's now down in last place. Belajax is out. Ocon is in the drop zone, but on a flying lap. Schumacher is out in 16th place. That hold-up really hurt him. Leclerc improves to 4th. Can Ocon get himself through? Zhou is also on a flying lap. And Ocon is out. Zhou has crossed the line. He is just through. Russell is out with Tsunoda, Belajax, Ocon, and Mick Schumacher. We're getting out early again, and Norris is coming with us. He might be getting a tow.
Working on those brakes and tires. Okay.
Oscar is coming out as well. And we've got a few more cars popping out as well. So Stroll on track as well as Maloney. Sights also on track. Again, hopefully we'll get a nice clean run. No one popping out in the garage in the next minute or so. Again, if possible, I would like to just do this one run. Save the tyres for Q3. Oh, we've got a Red Bull popping out. It's Max. And Giovinazzi as well. Oh, we've got an Aston coming out as well. That's Albon. Oh. That's not ideal for Hajar. He definitely got held up there. At least Giovinazzi gets out of the way. So we might need to run again. We'll try and use these tyres again. Hajar looks to have lost the slipstream, but Norris is right there, so he's going to get the benefit. So Norris will probably go top. Norris is definitely closing. So a purple flying sector for Norris here at the end, I would imagine. So Behrman crosses the line at 132.1. Hajar a second and a half behind, and Norris goes top. Yeah, Isaac really got hurt. All right, we'll have to run these tyres again. Looks like Max is getting held slightly, which is good. He's only 9th behind Gasly on track. Finally gets past him, but yeah, that hurt both of them. That works in our favour. For now, but I would imagine Max will definitely improve enough to get through. We're going to go straight back out. And you see the only one on an outlap at the moment that could get in the way is Leclerc. There is Zhou, he's a long way ahead of us. So Leclerc's going to come through and move us out the way.
Okay, mate, just try to work as much as you can on tires, as much as you can on tires. Copy.
There he is. Oh, this will hurt him. Oh, maybe not. And it hasn't hurt us because we have kept the spacing that we needed to. So Behrman should get an improvement anyway. If not in all sectors, certainly in a couple of sectors. Hajar will definitely get an improvement because he's getting that slipstream now. And there's nobody in front of us coming out of the pits yet. We are going to have to get through against Leclerc while he's on his in-lap. Joe is far enough ahead that I don't think he's going to be an issue.
Clear ahead.
And off we go.
Let's get going.
Wow. Leclerc goes top. So looks like he got through without getting held up there. Norris second, Maloney third, Sainz up in fourth. Max down in 14th place right now, but as I say, expect an improvement from him. Both drivers improved in the first. Now as Charles gets comfortably out the way for us. Hajar is really closing on the back of Behrman here. No improvement in the middle for Rolly, but a big improvement for Hajar on this lap. Can we get a decent final sector out of Ollie and just improve the time a bit more so that I don't have to run on new tyres? Hajar moves up to fifth. Behrman does not improve. And we are going to have to run again. It's a little frustrating. We're going to have to use new tyres. I'm going to try and sneak out behind Max. We're going to have other cars coming through that might move us away.
Work on those brakes.
Let's see, who is behind us and what are they on? Piastri is on a flying lap, so he's going to be coming through in a second. Giovinazzi is on an in-lap and is top. Wow. Stroll on an in-lap. So Stroll is out. Maloney on an in-lap. Joe, I don't think is close enough to be an issue. And we have just closed up beautifully onto the back of Schumacher. Sorry, Verstappen. So here we go then. Our do or die lap. Have to get both cars through if we want to make some serious money tonight. We're already going to complete the qualifying streak, which is obviously worth a ton of cash. But we want to maximize just how much money we can make from the sponsors tonight. Should still be close enough to improve. Behrman's looking at the overtake. Thinks better of it. Hajar's named the drop zone now as well. Ooh, we're getting into risky territory, but we have closed that gap back up on that back straight. So despite not having an improvement in the middle sector, we should find more time here in the final sector. Hopefully it's enough to get both drivers through. I'm a little concerned now, have to say. And Behrman does go for the overtake. Behrman is through. Hajar is out. Oh no. He lost too much time in that final sector. Max is out. Oh, wow. Oh, that is not good. That is really not good. What do we say? It's not even going to show us yet. I think I guaranteed 2 in the top 8. Maybe it was just 2 in the top 10. We should be fine for race positions, I hope, but Hajar being down in 13th in changeable conditions means it might be tricky to move him up during the sprint, ready for the race, where it'll be changeable conditions and he might not be on the pace anyway. Yeah, we've hurt ourselves a bit tonight financially. We could have made a massive amount of money. We're going to incur a big penalty for not getting both into Q3 there. Evening Cloud. Yeah, still not showing us the sponsor targets. All right, into final qualifying. This will not be a quick time, but again, just looking to get that confidence up.
Work as much as you can on brakes and tires. Copy.
Alright, I'm not watching the lap at the moment because, where's my pen? I'm just looking back at the setup I put onto Behrman's car so I can add that to the books. First one I've added to the book for a while, especially for this circuit. So it was an 8. 13.5. 3.7 was my first 3.7 roll bar as well. Was my first 13.5 rear wing. A 3.45, that tracks. And a 0 is my first 0 on the toe, but I do have a 0.05. There we go. Right, let's have a look at Behrman. We are not close enough, I don't think, to get the slipstream to Giovinazzi. We have definitely dropped back in that warm-up period because the tyres are rubbish against what we're heating against. We might get a distant tow, but it will be distant. And there you can see how far ahead Giovinazzi is, who was very, very quick in that last qualifying session. Oh, we had to lift because of Joe. Making Alpine great is more difficult than he thought it would be. Well, you got a podium after 6 races. That's not bad. What difficulty are you on, though? And who are your drivers? There we are, a long way off. Oh, so it's not from scratch. Okay. What season is it? Yeah, by the time you reach like 26, 27, the gaps between the cars are a lot smaller than at the start. So it's not that hard to catch up. I mean, you've seen what we've done here with Alfa Romeo this season. We were rated probably one of the worst cars on the grid at the start of the year, and now we're the best car on the grid and we've been winning races in quick succession. Much easier to improve a team once you've gone through that first big regulation change that closes the pack up. I was looking for Max to come out the grid. Out the box, he's not even in the session. We'll have to wait for Leclerc or Norris is right next to us, so we're not going to catch him, I don't think. Piastri's in front of us, we're not going to get on him. Yeah, we're going to have to wait for Leclerc, I think. There's Joe making his way out. He'll come past us in a second. Where is Charles? Come on, Charles, don't leave me hanging. Come on, Charles. Any time now. There he is. All right, so we've got signs coming through right at the start of our warm-up lap here.
So work on those tires.
Copy.
And that will definitely have hurt Sainz's time. We've stayed close to Charles, so we should get a nice tow from him. Chance to go onto pole here. And the Haas is not going to catch us. So here we go.
Clear ahead. Shift off.
One attempt to take pole position. And we are going to have to deal with Sainz. This could backfire. Depends where we catch him. All right, we're purple in the first. That's a good start. Nice, we're through without any hold up there. All right, come on. Leclerc feeling the need to go defensive. Purple in the middle. Just need to tie together the final sector now. Final corner. This is for pole position. Damn, we got it. By nearly 0.3 of a second. Beautiful stuff. So we will have Ollie starting the sprint from the front. Unfortunately, we're going to have our work cut out for us with Isaac. But given that Ollie has excellent wet weather skills, my hope is that we can just set and forget with Ollie and focus all of our attention on Isaac during the sprint. First, though, we have practice. So the incentive was 2 in the top 15. That we got. We did guarantee 2 in the top, 2 in Q2 and 2 in Q3. So we failed the 2 in Q3. That means we're probably going to lose a good few 100,000 for that as a penalty. Let's go with hard tyres in this session because I doubt we're going to be running the hards in the race. No point trying to make a change on the front wing because we're just not going to improve the car enough. We'll break more things than we'll fix. We'll switch the engine. We'll leave that gearbox in. Go to that ERS. And of course, we've got Isaac done, so he just needs time on track. We got wet weather in this on this day, so we might get completely rained off these tyres. Hopefully that won't be the case. We shall see. It's going to get a little bit wet for a little bit, so it's going to be all that heavy rain that's coming. It's going to hit us in the sprint. Pretty heavily as well, by the look of it. Evening, Golden. So hopefully we can tough it out on these hard tyres now. Here comes that wet weather. And you can see how far off the pace we are. That's partly down to engine parts, partly down to tyres, partly down to the massive fuel load that we're carrying. We have the potential to really haul Max in a bit tonight, with him starting outside the top 10 for the sprint. Hopefully he's not going to make too many places up, but it is Max, so he probably will make some places up, which will then make him a bit more of a threat for the race itself. See, Leclerc's going to be right there at the front in the sprint. What are the championship standings? We are trailing Red Bull in the drivers and the constructors. Not massively, but it's the gaps are a little bit bigger than I would like. I don't remember the exact numbers, and the standings page in a Grand Prix weekend like this never work properly. We are within a race in terms of constructors, less sure about the drivers. And Hajar, he was so much quicker in the dry conditions than Behrman. You can see he's so much slower in these conditions that we switched them over, and that gap will just get bigger while the track is damp like this. Now look at that. 2.5 seconds difference on that lap. Three seconds on that one, although he did get held up by moving over Piastri. Rain has stopped. 156 versus a 153. Again, 3 seconds slower than Behrman. Now the track's going to dry up. You're going to see Hajar's car start to improve again in pace. And that gap will come down again as the track dries out. That's the difference between having a 93 and a 73 or 74 as your adaptability rating. And that's why I'm a little concerned for Hajar in this Grand Prix weekend with the weather. Now you can see he's back to being 0.7 of a second faster than Behrman. There we go. So, time to get ready for the Grand Prix. A 98 and a 97 overall. That's pretty good confidence for both of our drivers there. Both will start in the very high confidence bracket.
This weekend, it's something a little bit different, as the Grand Prix grid is decided by more racing in today's eagerly anticipated sprint. Well, we're going racing a little earlier this weekend, with the sprint now set to define the starting order for the Grand Prix itself.
Of course, when it comes to a sprint, it's not just about setting the grid for the Grand Prix. The drivers will be fighting hard to gain valuable championship points.
But the question is, who will be the lone star in the sprint around Texas?
So we can't see the full results from last year, but we can see it was a win for Oscar last season. I think we had a 1-2 in the sprint as well, if memory serves. Let's see if we can do something similar this year with Behrman. Let's take a look at that weather. Is it going to be dry? It is. Where is the rain that was predicted? Was that it? Apparently so. All right. Okay. Mediums it is then. Let's change the parts this time so I don't not forgetting like usual. We'll stick with that gearbox. That will be fine. We want that engine. That makes things a bit more interesting. The fact that there isn't going to be iffy weather. We are going to go an extra lap of fuel. We're going to push hard on the first lap. And let's see what we can do. Can we get Isaac up towards the front?
The grid is all set here in Texas for the 19 laps of today's sprint.
Always a popular event with the audiences in Austin. We're hoping to see drivers dueling it out around the circuit of the Americas.
But just who comes out on top when the checkered flag flies?
Who indeed?
Things are hotting up here in Texas for the sprint.
Most of the grid looks to be on mediums, might be a couple on hards. Looks like
It's lights out.
Piastri's on
and
hards.
Away we go.
He's the only one on hards, everyone else is on mediums. And there's a solid start from Behrman, and Norris has done us a favour and got in front of Charles Leclerc. Ajar is at one place.
Okay, we need to push a bit more.
Copy.
See if we can break away from Norris. Just holding back a little with Isaac for now. And that's why I'm being a little careful. Gasly trying to throw it up the inside. Trying to hold the battery in reserve so that we can make an attack on Max. Almost broken away from Norris, but not quite. He is going to get the DRS. Leclerc is still in range. Giovinazzi, though, might get dropped.
I need to over push it.
Yeah, copy that.
Giovinazzi did get dropped by Leclerc and was overtaken by Zhou. Norris trying to put Behrman under pressure. Happy for Norris to take the lead if he's going to be quick, so that we can tuck him behind him, save the tyres, maybe rebuild the battery a little bit. We do need to get our way past Oscar soon. There's a risk that he might get dropped as he's on hard tyres. There goes Norris.
Game over.
Do your best.
You can see that gap between Porsche and Piastri is climbing. Time for us to try and close it up. Keeping an eye on the gap between Behrman and Norris as well. Don't want that to get too big. We can keep Leclerc at bay. That would be even better. See if we can get a lunge onto Max into the hairpin. Not quite. Maybe we can get him on the exit though. Yes, we can. And we should get the slipstream from Piastri in front. There we go. Through on Max. Try and get Oscar on the main straight. Isaac into peak confidence now. The fact that there is no rain forecast is definitely going to help. As we complete the move comfortably on the reigning world champion there, and now we can really push onto the back of Porsche. We'll hope that Max gets frustrated. We have a chance to get a double overtake here if we're lucky. Might be tricky. Might only get the one. Might not even get that one. Need a good lunge into the brakes. We almost got it. Alright, calm the tyres down again. We will settle down for a couple of laps with Isaac. Let's give up the position to Norris so we get the DRS. Have we given up the position? I think we did. Hope we did. Yes, we did. Excellent stuff. Leclerc followed through. Try and rebuild with that. Start again. Let's try and rebuild the battery for Isaac a bit as well. Charles has gone through. Again, not overly worried about that, as long as we're in second. We can just keep on looking after the car and then pouncing a little bit later. Just got to make sure Leclerc doesn't try and break away from us. Which it looks like he is trying to do. And wow, Joe has had a lunge at Norris. Almost got him there. Norris just holding him off. Fairman is exactly where he needs to be right now, in second place, nearly full battery, keeping his tyres under control, keeping Leclerc in striking distance. Hajar rebuilding his battery to start moving forward again. Again, looking after his tyres a bit as well. Just so we've got a little bit more to play about with towards the end of the sprint. And that is a yellow flag. Big mistake. Is that for Gasly?
Now I'm just looking here, possibly Ocon's part of that.
Yeah, it's Ocon and Albon. And Albon has got serious problems.
Honestly,
He's missing half his wing. Tyres are okay, but that is a massive loss of downforce, and Albon gets the penalty. Ocon also missing half of his wing. Oscar has got through. We can turn the battery back into top up now, and we might retake that position. Maybe not. We got squeezed a little. Still there, still fighting away. We've got the inside line through this long turn here, but Piastri will have the inside for the final two turns. Give Isaac a little bit more tyre. Oh, there we go. Move is complete. So we'll wait. Albon and Ocon both in the pits. You see that new front wing and some soft tyres going on there. And same for Albon, but they're both so far behind. And with that 5-second penalty, Albon's going to be a long way off Ocon. And I don't think he's going to have the pace to catch him either. Behrman moves back into the lead. And there's a definite gap opening up now between Giovinazzi and Maloney, and Giovinazzi's isolated as well, so we're going to start moving forward. We need to do it soon. Piastri is really going for it. He's up another place. He was briefly, but he lost it. We get through on Sainz. Sainz is still trying to fight us off. We try and go around the outside. And we've got the move done on Oscar. Can we get a move done into turn one as well? Yes, we can. Oh, what a move. What a great move. Now we're going to try and jump the pair of them here.
Game over.
See what you can do, mate.
All right, so we're up to 7th. That's into the points. Let's take a look at tyres. Got a big advantage building up now over Leclerc. And Hajar now moves up into 6th place. So we've made really strong progress with him. Norris back in front of Zhou into 3rd place. There is Behrman.
I think we need to start getting a little bit quicker.
See if we can break away from Charles. If I can get 5th place, that would be fantastic. I don't think I can get further up the field than 5th with the amount of laps that are remaining, but we'll see. We are definitely closing on Giovinazzi.
Try to go faster.
And we're almost in the DRS range. We will be by the main back straight. Max is still down in 12th place. This is fantastic. This is points lost for Verstappen and points lost for Red Bull as well, with only one of their cars in the points tonight in the sprint, and we have both of ours in the sprint points. Exactly what we needed.
I need to overpush it.
Isaac goes through. So we've got, what, 6 laps to go at the end of this one. Is that enough time to hunt down Norris and Zhou? 4 seconds the gap. Behrman now has a 3-second lead. That's good. Very good. So we can kind of leave Behrman to his own devices now and try and focus our attention here on Hajar. So again, we're going to let Giovinazzi go through just so that we can try and get the DRS and build some battery back up. Tank a little bit of extra fuel as well so that when we do try and push, we can... Actually, we've held him off. Never mind. Is Leclerc slow? He's not quick, is he? 136.3. Norris definitely quicker than him on that last lap. And Norris is into the DRS range, so this is ideal for us because he's broken away from Zhou, so hopefully Zhou will start going a little bit slower. And Norris could now take more points away from Leclerc and Red Bull here if he can get in front and stay in front of him. I'm going to push this first sector. Gap to Leclerc now up to over 4 seconds. Behrman has got this one under control. And the pace that we've been lacking in the last couple of Grand Prix seems to be back with a vengeance. Although, the caveat being, we do race sprints in a different way to the AI that we can't replicate in Grand Prix themselves. So the true test will be tomorrow. Of course, we are expecting rain tomorrow. We're expecting rain in sprint, but that never materialised. We've pulled away from Giovinazzi. Max now has got past Sainz, but that is a traffic jam that he is stuck behind. And we are almost on Zhou. There you see in front of Zhou, going up the hill, that is Norris putting pressure on Charles Leclerc. All right, let's charge up for a lap. Norris makes the move. Can he make it stick? Leclerc just squeezes him out, but that means he's going to be giving up the DRS to Norris again on the start-finish straight. Gap at the front is coming down.
So let's pick up the pace.
As these two are swapping places, as Norris moves through. And Hajar now up to 4th. We've re-established that 4-second gap.
Two more laps.
Can we do it? Can we close down Norris and Leclerc and get Isaac onto the front? Might be asking a bit too much. We've definitely got the tyres on Leclerc. Norris has got the same level of grip as us, but we are lapping quicker. It's going to be a very interesting final lap. Hopefully Norris can hold on to second. Hopefully we can jump up to third. That would be incredible if we can get third. Hajar for 5 points at the moment, which almost completely cancels out Leclerc's contribution. Max is still out of the points, down in 11th place. Gap is 1.7. I think it's a little bit too much. Who knows? Maybe we can pull off a last gasp overtake at the end of the lap. Behrman's home and hosed. He's nearly 6 seconds clear of Norris, who has kept Leclerc at bay. We just needed another lap. It's going to be fourth place for Hajar, but what a fight back! What a fight back! That was superb. As he runs out of fuel crossing the line, but he got within a second, just about, of Charles Leclerc at the end there. Max finishes in 11th place, out of the points. So that is brilliant. We have closed the gap to Red Bull tonight in the sprint. We have scored 13 points. Red Bull have scored 6. So the gap comes down by 7. And Ollie has closed the gap to Max by 8. Fantastic stuff. Take a bow, Ollie. Job well done. Sets you up beautifully for the race. And Hajar, superb fight back through the field for him. Sets him up nicely to try and get good points in the Grand Prix, although we know how much his pace will suffer in changing conditions.
What a fantastic sprint win that was for the Alfa Romeo driver.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
So then, confirmation of the sprint result. It is a win for Ollie Behrman. Norris takes second. Thank you, Norris. Ahead of Charles Leclerc. Isaac up 9 places to finish in 4th ahead of Zhou and Maloney. Giovinazzi and Magnussen roll up the last 2 points playing positions for Williams there. Ahead of Porsche, Piastri. And then in the bottom half of the standings is Max, who started and finished in 11th place. Sainz down 3 to finish in 12th. Ahead of Schumacher. Sonoda getting a good gain of 5 places there. Gasly down 3 places and with a penalty will be starting even further back in the feature race there. And ahead of Stroll and Russell. Belajac's up 2 places because of the collision between Ocon and Albon. Once again, Albon getting another penalty. He is really running the risk of dropping off the grid altogether if he's out of contract at the end of the season here.
The time has almost come for our drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
The Circuit of the Americas is definitely a track that rewards bravery on the brakes, just like when Lewis Hamilton passed Sebastian Vettel unbelievably late here to take the win in 2012. A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
And it goes without saying that a lot can happen over the course of 56 laps. So prepare yourselves for all the action at the United States Grand Prix.
Okay then, so we were expecting heavy rain in the sprint, which didn't materialise because we just got light rain, lightish rain in the practice session. So let's see what happens for the sprint. Rain towards the end. Okay, so that to me screams medium, medium, maybe even medium soft. Probably not going to need to go on to inters till towards the end, so I think it is going to be medium, medium then. We can go 20 and then 40. We're probably looking at inters around that point, according to our prediction there, but it is a bit iffy. So we're going to have to prepare our tyres or look after our tyres a bit on each of these stints, just in case we do not get that change in weather that we are expecting when we're expecting it. Last thing I want is for Isaac to be caught short on old tyres when the weather is in really rough, changing conditions, because he will just disappear down the order. We are going to go with 2 extra laps of fuel. Once again, we are going to try and protect the tyres a little bit, but we're going to have to push them at the start, I think, just to hold position. The first lap or two. see what we can do. Can we convert this into a 1-2 finish? That would be glorious. Let's head to the grid for the United States Grand Prix.
We're not far off now here in Austin as the drivers ready themselves for this 56-lap race. The Alfa Romeo driver knows this could be a good chance to prove themselves.
They've got a fantastic opportunity starting on pole, but can they carry it through to the end?
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? Sit tight and get ready. It's the United States Grand Prix.
It's hard tyres for Joe.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
That was an excellent start in the background there for Piastri. Max on hard tyres, as is Schumacher. Behrman's got away well, so now we can ease his pace down a touch.
I need to overpush.
Copy.
Less of a threat from Joe behind because of those hard tyres, but we are still vulnerable to a lunge if we're not careful. Norris is going to move through. I am absolutely fine with that. As I said, we're looking to protect the tyres, so happily give up that position. Make sure we don't lose time driving defensively. Stick to the racing lines. And these next 2 laps are, well, next lap and a half is where we're going to earn our money. Chance for Isaac here. Can't quite get the dive bomb.
Try to pick up a bit more pace.
Copy.
And Norris has really gone for it. He's really gone for it. We are not closing him down. We're going to need some help from Charles Leclerc, I think. Now we're starting to close him down. Behrman has been overtaken. Or has he? Yeah, let's give up the place. Because now we should get it back on the main straight. Also need to get Isaac just in range if we can. Giovinazzi and Joe squabbling behind us. So Giovinazzi is going to get the move done. Oh, and I may have just got dropped without even realising it there. That would not be ideal. Did we get the DRS? No, we did not. Max is still down in 11th place after the opening 4 laps. Hasn't been able to make any forward progress yet. Long may that continue. And we are probably going to have to start leapfrogging our drivers on that back straight. Alternate who's charging and who's not. Leclerc's really pushed those tyres hard already. Norris not quite so much. Thought about the move, thought better of it. Wasn't quite close enough. We'll try again on the main straight. On the start-finish straight. Definitely losing time here. But, like I said, I want to try and build up a bit of a buffer with the tyres if we can. A little bit of a safety margin. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. That is a collision. Is that Sonoda? No, Schumacher.
And now we've had a crash.
Well, maybe Schumacher and Sonoda. Damage to both of them. They're both going to have to box. That's significant front wing damage to the pair of them. So that's their race screwed up a little bit. And it is a penalty for Mick. We haven't really closed up, but we have saved a bit of battery.
Okay, we need to push a bit more.
Copy.
Let's try and up our pace a little bit. See if we can start to close in on the front two. I'd like to do it without burning up the battery for now, but we will use it if we need to. See Schumacher and Tsunoda both leaving the pits now. Tsunoda's gone on to mediums, Schumacher's gone on to softs. In fact, I think Tsunoda was already on mediums, so that's another set of mediums for him. Schumacher was on the hards, but that's a very definite change of strategy there. Yeah, another set of mediums for Yuki. And Claire and Norris still squabbling with each other. Lapping about the same kind of pace. Do with finding a little bit more. Another yellow flag, and that is Zhou. Just loses it and could have collected any number of people there.
And just like that,
That was a lucky escape for a couple of cars there. And we are going to move Hajar in front. Get him to push the pace for Behrman a little bit before we switch him back over and rebuild Hajar's battery again. So that's moved Max up a place. He's now up into 11th where he started again, having slipped behind somebody, I'm guessing Sainz. I think we might be on the have we dropped Giovinazzi? It's going to be close. I think he's just going to sneak in. Yes, he did. He just snuck into the DRS, but that's going to pull him away from Maloney. Hajar's got the gap down to just over 1.5 seconds now. Giovinazzi's just hanging on to the DRS as Magnussen gets through past Maloney now. So Williams up to 5th and 6th. Good result so far for Williams. Have we finally managed to drop Giovinazzi this time? I think this time we might just have done it. I don't know, it's going to be tight again. And this time he does not get the DRS. So we've got a chance to break Giovinazzi a little bit now. Piastri has got past Maloney and Magnussen, is now up into 6th place. Max still in 11th. Loving that. And now Behrman's going to do his, I don't really want to overtake kind of thing. Which annoys the crap out of me.
Nothing to overpush it.
Copy.
In fact, Leclerc has dropped himself off the back of Norris. Norris has had a couple of really quick laps.
I think we need to start getting a little bit quicker.
Copy.
I'm trying to go faster.
Copy.
I guess we may as well just stay tucked up behind Hajar for now. Seeing as he's tucked up behind Charles. tyre wear is definitely looking a little bit healthier now.
Insane.
All right, next up,
Let's pick up the pace.
try and get Behrman past Leclerc. Piastri has caught the back of Giovinazzi and will have a DRS range to attack down this straight here.
Try to pick up a bit more pace.
Copy.
Oh, and that is an early stop for Charles Leclerc. It's a very early stop. Sainz is in as well. Max has got into the points and got past Porsche. Leclerc is out on another set of mediums. And there we go, we've got Behrman through. We can start to rebuild Isaac's battery. And we can even start putting pressure on Norris as well. Got a big gap opened up to Giovinazzi now. Going to continue to tyre save. We still don't know what's going on with that weather. It doesn't look like it's going to need to be inters until around lap 40, so Max gets past Magnussen. His tyres now starting to come good against the medium runners that he's surrounded with. And Leclerc is going to be mired in traffic right now. You see he's tucked up behind Gasly, but Gasly does still have DRS to the back of George, which is going to make it hard to get past him. George has got DRS to the back of Stroll. And none of them are lapping all that quick. Maybe the fresh tyres and some battery will help him get through here, but Leclerc could be stuck behind Gasly for a few laps. And even if he does get past Gasly, he's going to struggle to get past the Ferraris if they're nose to tail like that. So this is excellent, because it now means that we've got a real chance to maybe get an overcut. Evening, Mr. Water.
Okay, we need to push a bit more.
Copy.
Now we can leave our tyres in a good condition, like this. And we can really stretch this compound. This opens up the possibility of maybe going for a set of softs, or at the very least having a really fast couple of laps on a set of new mediums to try and lock down the fastest lap. Emma moves into the lead. Leclerc's up to 9th now that he's got past Gasly and one of the Ferraris is boxed. Porsche is boxed as well. He's gone mediums. Mediums for Stroll. Schumacher's in for his second stop, getting off those softs. That'll be mediums for him. Belichak's a long way off of the back at the moment. Now Giovinazzi is into the pits. That'll promote Max up another place. But he will be getting undercut by quite a few cars here by staying out on those hard tyres.
Just do your best.
Another set of mediums for Giovinazzi. Behrman has been overtaken by Norris, but he's hanging out side by side with him. Which means we'll get the DRS on the long back straight and retake that place. Hajar's battery now almost full as well. A 5-second gap to Piastri. Max a further 2 seconds behind. And that is not an overtake from Behrman. Just going to protect Behrman's tyres a little bit more because he's doing that extra lap over Isaac. And there goes Norris into the pits. Norris gets jumped by Oscar. Or does he? No, he doesn't. Oscar was coming into the pits. There's another set of mediums there. Max is in and has gone on to mediums. And he is back outside the points again. Behind Porsche again. That's good. Let's switch the position of our drivers. Anytime you like, Ollie. Don't go disobeying my team order now. There we go. So Leclerc is only 8 seconds behind us, but he's already stopped and he's already eaten up a fair bit of those tyres, as you can see. As a Sainz, Norris is going to come out in front of us. Maloney sets a new fastest lap of a 1:35.0. So something to work for. If Russell boxes, that promotes Max back into the points. He's having a look at Porsche. Porsche fighting back. And Max tucks in. He'll have another crack on the back straight. So we've really stretched these tyres compared to the rest of the grid. Is anyone else still out there? No, everyone else has made at least one stop. Maloney's gone softs. That's an early stop for softs. You can see, no wonder he was so quick. Magnussen and Russell are on softs, but I've only just gone on them.
Understood.
Boxing Hajar on the next lap. Use up the last of these tyres. Norris is absolutely flying against us right now. Porsche is still ahead of Max. Good. Welcome back, Cloud. Do I think any big driver changes will happen next season in career mode? Maybe. Maybe. There's a few drivers we know are out of contract. Leclerc may re-sign with Red Bull. He may go somewhere else. Stroll is out of contract. I don't know what's going on with Albon, but if he's out of contract, I can see him getting dropped completely. Not sure what's going on with some of the other drivers. We haven't done that much scouting this season, so not fully aware of everyone's contract situation. We'll find out on the final day of the year when we'll do a look at the market and we'll see who is free agents. As Yuki boxes off of those hard tyres he was running. Oh, mediums, sorry, not hards. He's going softs. Am I changing teams? Yes. Alfa has not been the challenge I thought it would be. I do like the idea of going to Ferrari, but potentially going with F2 drivers, Italian F2 drivers, or maybe signing Giovinazzi and putting one of the Italian F2 drivers in as a reserve to train up for a season or two. We'll see what happens contract-wise.
So let's pick up the pace.
Copy.
And that's assuming that I actually get the opportunity to go there as well. 3.1. I thought that was going to be a quick stop for a second, and then it turned out that wasn't the case. We are dropping a fair way down the order. Behind Max and Pourchaire, we've got a big gap to Stroll, and now we've got a chance to set a fastest lap and get some confidence into our drivers back at the peak with some overtakes, because we've got much fresher tyres. But we've definitely got our work cut out for us. Still think we're looking around about lap 40, maybe a little earlier. I'm going to hedge my bets with Behrman. I'm actually going to put him onto a set of softs rather than a set of mediums, just to try and guarantee the fastest lap.
Box, 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 box.
Okay, we're coming now to the pit.
Yeah, copy that.
Oh, I was aware of Oliver's tyres, Golden. I was deliberately pacing him so that we'd have just enough to get to the pits on that pace setting. It's not a great stop, 3.2 seconds. Right, we are closing on Pourchaire. There is Behrman. I want to get into DRS range before I go full push. Now you can see the tyre advantage we have over everybody from Maloney's going to have to make another stop. And Leclerc might have to as well. Same with Sainz. Oops. That's what I meant to do.
Try to get him. Get him.
There we go. Hajar cleanly through against Porsche, and we'll now start hunting down Verstappen, Giovinazzi and Maloney.
Insane.
Behrman should be on Porsche before we reach that long back straight. Hajar closing in nicely on Max here, but doesn't have the DRS. He's just getting a bit of a slipstream. Behrman, though, slipstreaming quite heavily on that back straight. No, sorry, DRSing quite heavily on the back straight. And Behrman sets a new fastest lap of 1:34.3. I think he can potentially go quicker. Gets the lunge on Max. Oh, damn it. That's not going to be an overtake. No, it was a slower lap. Calm those tyres down now. Rain is starting to fall. It's going to be dry for a while yet. We still have a significant grip advantage over almost everybody else. Leclerc has boxed again and has gone for a set of softs. So now we are in a very comfortable position. Because we have better tyres, better pace than Piastri and Norris in front of us. And Leclerc is going to have to fight his way back through all over again. Max has got himself past Giovinazzi, so he's up into 5th place. That's points that I didn't want him to have, but that can't be helped, unfortunately. And this is where I have a slight concern for Hajar. This is the period of time where the track conditions are going to start working against him, and he's going to start losing time.
I think we need to start getting a little bit quicker.
There we go. We'll get Behrman through. So that we can give Hajar DRS. Hopefully that will keep his pace up a bit. And Behrman should close the gap to Piastri at a better rate because he's got those soft tyres. Also helps keep that gap stable to Verstappen. Maybe we can even stretch it a little bit. Russell's in. Too early for inters, so this is going to be for dries. Going to be for slicks. Yeah, set of softs. Max is coming under pressure from both Giovinazzi and his teammate, and they could both get him here. Giovinazzi goes through. Is Leclerc going to get him? Yes, he is. Max down 2 more places. Works for me. Now Leclerc's swooped past Giovinazzi, so he's going to be closing the gap to us pretty quickly. We'll have to go into top up for Isaac here.
Try to pick up a bit more pace. Okay, we need to push a bit more.
Yeah, Leclerc is charging. Look at him. He's already 2.5 seconds clear of Giovinazzi. This is the tricky part of the race. And that does not help. Behrman's lack of overtaking ability again rearing its head. Well, I'll start getting after Norris.
I'm trying to go faster.
Copy.
This time. There we go. And we hold off the Leclerc. Oh, come on, Behrman.
Just focus on yourself now.
Make the move, damn it. There we go. Oh, he's through. Ajara's followed through. Beautiful. Puts another car between us and the Red Bulls. Max is now 5 seconds behind us.
Insane.
Still showing as dry. I'm wondering if this race is going to stay dry. In which case we are going to have to box again. Leclerc trying to find a way past Oscar. He might get him here. Oh, he does. Yeah. Straight round the outside. Oscar will fight him. But Leclerc's got so much more grip. Will complete that move. And I really don't know what's going on with the weather. Ah, there we go. Damp. It is going to go damp. That's the confirmation I was waiting for. And as the track water level increases, it's going to hurt Isaac. At least we have the fastest lap secured. Unlikely that's going to get beaten now.
What you can do, mate.
Now we've lost that place. All I can do now is try and keep Isaac ahead of Charles for a bit. That's going to be tricky. Ugh, not even a contest. Just straight through. Alright, let's see if we can stay with him. Damp in 4 minutes. This is going to be critical. Choosing the right time to box. I'm toying with the idea of boxing Ollie this lap. A little early. Don't want to double stack my drivers. Norris is boxed.
Box, box.
Copy, box.
Try to get him. Get him.
Ocon and Albon have also boxed. They are going to go one more lap with Isaac. Who is hanging on to Charles. Just got to hope Charles stays out another lap now. He doesn't. So we'll just go guns blazing with Isaac here, see if he can pull out enough of a gap on this lap. 2.8 dead, that's a decent stop. I think that's a new personal best for us at 2.8 dead. A lot of other cars boxing, and now, yeah, this is where we are going to struggle a little bit with Isaac. Maybe I should have boxed him the other way around. I'm seeing that gap to Piastri start to plummet, despite having a better tyre advantage and going flat out. So Leclerc is back in the conversation for the win, with Norris and us. Oh, I forgot to box him. Oh, can't believe I did that. Idiot. Oh, yes, it's going to lose so much time on this lap. Damn it. Max is in as well as Oscar. Chance for both of those two to jump Isaac on this lap. We're going to keep pushing hard now before that DRS gets switched off. See if we can get some track position. We're only 10th slower than Norris on that last lap, but this one's going to kill him. That's plummeting. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to box Isaac. And all that hard work we did with Hajar earlier is now completely undone. DRS is about to switch off. Isaac's in, finally. And there goes the DRS. So Norris will not be vulnerable to a DRS overtake from Charles. Charles is going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. The 3.2 second stop, that's not great. We're going to be just behind Piastri, I think, coming out into the first corner. But Max is a long way back, so that's something. Okay, could have been worse. Can we get the move in the braking zone? Yes, we can.
Don't need to overpush it.
Copy.
Oh, yellow flag. That's
Yellows,
Ocon.
Yellows.
Copy.
Now we're watching Esteban Ocon here. Things were going smoothly, and there's the lockup. What caused that?
Just straight on there. All right, so we're keeping pace with Piastri. Don't really have much in the way of battery. Got some. Intend to just run like this for a little while. We can overburn fuel a little bit because we will earn it back. Right now I'm just trying to bring Behrman's tyres under control without getting caught and passed by Charles. It is going to dry up again briefly, but only for a couple of laps by the look of it. Norris is pushing hard a little bit. Yeah, it was a second quicker on that last lap. Piastri pushing hard on that lap as well. We've opened up the gap to Max a little bit more. Yeah, Max at 140.1. And that's another yellow flag, and that is Piastri.
There's a yellow flag
What
now.
did he do? Just dropped it on the exit there.
Just had a snap.
So that moves Isaac back up into 4th place, which might be where he stays. Behrman's tyres coming under control now. We can up that pace slightly. I'm going to calm Isaac's tyres down a touch now. Get those temps back under control. Max still not lapping all that fast. Let's see if he's improved his pace on this lap. We've got 15 laps to go. Behrman's pretty well placed, as is Hajar. We're on for monster points again. We're currently on for 18 for 2nd place and 12 for 4th place, plus the extra point for the fastest lap. So that's 31 points tonight. Red Bull currently on for 15 and 8, so 23 points for Red Bull. So we'll open up another 8-point gap over Red Bull. On top of the points, the 7 we outscored them by in the sprint. So that's 15 points pulled back on Red Bull tonight if things stay as they are. But more importantly, Behrman is going to earn more points over Max. Max didn't get any in the sprint. So that was 8 points for Behrman, closed the gap there, and he's currently outscoring Max by another 11 with the fastest lap. So that'll be a 19-point swing. That'll really close things up in the driver standings as well. Again, you can see Max still not finding much pace at 140.2 on that lap. So he's still dropping further back. I don't think he's going to be caught by... He might be caught by Giovinazzi, if Giovinazzi's pace is sustainable. Behrman has closed the gap back up to Norris. Now that Norris has stopped pushing. Jar is pulling away from Piastri, who definitely scuffed his tyres with that spin. And I'm about ready to think about making a move on Norris. So I'm going to get some battery in the car because I think Norris is building up for a charge. Let's drop the temperature of the tyres down as much as we can as well. Ready for when we do absolutely muller them. And let's give a little bit more pace to Isaac. While the pace in front is slow. Yeah, 140.7. Definitely a slow lap for Norris. Now we're going to make the move. I guess that's back into peak confidence there with Ollie. And now we're going to push for 2 laps. This lap and the next lap. Really stretch that gap as much as we can. Want to make sure we're not in DRS range when that weather changes. And dries up. If I can get Hajar into DRS range, that would be ideal, but I don't think he's going to get there. Not without destroying the tyres. And then I'll have no grip left at the end. So we'll ease those down again. Gap to Norris now 2 seconds. I'm hoping as well that by leaving them behind us, it'll encourage Norris and Charles Leclerc to fight each other, which is what they're doing right now, and take time away from each other, which will also help Hajar try and close up, as well as allowing Ollie to scamper a bit further ahead. Leclerc has just punched his way through cleanly there. A little disappointed by that. I was hoping that they would be side by side for a lap. It looks like Leclerc is trying to push. We have given up a little bit of tyre wear, but not a huge amount. Major is now 6 seconds clear of Oscar Piastri. Max seems to be comfortable at the moment in 6th place. Giovinazzi's pace wasn't sustainable. Sainz has got past him. And there's a 6-second gap to the pair of them. And Leclerc is pushing on. Look, he's broken away from Norris and he's just 2 seconds behind Ollie now. He's coming for us. And there's a yellow flag. It's not our drivers.
We've got a yellow flag here.
It's a spin for Alex Albon. Oh, what a disaster of a season this has been for him. Oh, and it's the same spin that we saw
wouldn't have been in their plans today.
in the sprint. But no chance of taking another car out this time. Yeah, Leclerc is pushing. You can definitely smell blood in the water. The last thing I want is for Leclerc to steal the win from us in the dying laps. And he is into slipstream range now. So he's going to be closing up. I haven't got any battery left to fight with. Norris has been dropped. Ajar looks like he's closing up a little bit this lap. Maybe Norris is building his battery up again. Let's up that pace again ever so slightly. Let's go a little bit more defensive now. Isaac is closing on Norris. Took a second out of him on that last lap. Leclerc's still lapping in the 138s. Although he'll be a bit slower this lap. Sainz is closing on Max. Quickly as well, 1.7 seconds in that last lap. Gap down to under 4 seconds now. Come on, Carlos. Right, so question now is how long is the track going to stay dry? A while, by the look of it. And this is where I'm a little worried for Isaac again. There's that DRS open, but we've got the move blocked. It's going to be a nervy few laps. For two reasons. One, I'm worried that Isaac's pace is going to start to drop off a bit. And I'm worried that Leclerc might get through at the worst possible moment against Ollie, just as the DRS switches back off again. So far, though, he is doing what he needs to do. .41.3, yeah, he is losing time. Yellow flag. Please be Max, it's not. Who is it this time? Is that a turn one collision?
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Nope, it's a spin for Joe at the end of the lap.
Let's take a closer look. Heading down the straight. Whoa, and around they spin.
Much as I would like to up Isaac's tyres, they are going to burn out. Actually, he's got a fair bit of rubber left. Only got a few laps to go. Let's go for it. Let's up his tyre pace.
I think we need to start getting a little bit quicker.
Copy.
Try to pick up a bit more
Actually,
pace.
no, I don't want to push the battery until the DRS situation is resolved. I'm just going to go all out with Isaac here. See if I can get back onto Norris before the DRS window closes. That's his best and only real opportunity to get onto the podium tonight. It's just a blitz on this next lap or two and hope I can get close enough. Even if I can't get by with DRS, if I can at least get into DRS range before it closes, it gives me the opportunity to try and rebuild the battery, then get the overtake done once the rain switches that DRS back off again.
tire temp and pressure is looking good. We'll have 5 laps to go.
Gonna dry up in the next couple of minutes. I've got maybe 2 laps of this left, but I don't have 2 laps with a battery. I've barely got a corner or 2 left of battery. Coming up to lap Belizac's, who has just had no pace at all tonight. He must have a destroyed power unit. Hajar is almost there. I've got the 1 second I needed to Charles. Well, I did, briefly. Leclerc got the DRS, so he closed that back down again. But hopefully we can break him here in the opening sector. DRS is about to switch off. There it goes, it's off. We have got Hajar into a position where he can try and make a move on Norris. Just going to give him everything we've got on tyres now. There's only another 3 laps to go after this one. Hopefully Belizac moves out of the way quickly for us here. Yes, he does. Thank you. Isaac is losing time. Is Norris pushing, or are we just in that weird transitional period again? Oh, he lost almost a second to Norris, who does look like he was pushing a bit, a 1:37.9 compared to Leclerc's 1:39.2. As Norris reignited his desire to take second place. I hope he has, because that takes points away from Red Bull. Looks like Max is pretty secure in 6th. I don't think Sainz is going to catch him now, unless Max makes a mistake. Been mired in that battle with Maloney for the last 10-15 laps or so. And that gap is just getting bigger and bigger between Norris and Isaac, but smaller between Norris and Charles. Lando's definitely upped his pace. Come on, Lando. If you're going to make the move on Leclerc, make the move. Don't tease me like this. Two laps to go. And he took 2 seconds out of Charles on that lap. I'm watching the fuel. It's going to be a comfortable win for Ollie by the look of it. Norris is close, but not close enough. Too far ahead of Isaac now for Isaac to do anything unless there's a contact between Norris and Charles. Something that slows him down and gives Isaac the opportunity to try and capitalise on that. Belichac's may yet play a part. Leclerc hasn't caught him yet, but he's about to. And he just made Norris lift slightly there. Come on, Lando. He is closing. Is he close enough? Not really. Needs to be a few tenths further up the road. He will get a bit of a slipstream here on the straight, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Come on, Norris, do me a solid. Come on, Norris. Half a second. Can he throw it up the inside at the final turn? That's the only way he's going to get the position, is if he can throw it up the inside at this corner coming up. He's not far enough, not close enough. I needed another lap and he would have had him. There we go. It's a win for Behrman. Hajar will come home in fourth. Leclerc holds on to take second place ahead of Norris. So that's good points for Ollie tonight. That's the maximum points for Ollie. 26 from the race for the win and the fastest lap, and 8 points from the sprint as well. So that is a mighty 34 points for him tonight. Max scores a total of 8 points tonight. So we've outscored Max by 30. And that should be... No, wait, was it 26? And no, 34. So we've outscored Max by 26... 28 points. I don't think it's enough to take the top spot. I think, well, maybe. I can't remember if we were 29 or 19. We might have regained top spot in the driver's standings. But we certainly closed the gap in the constructors as well. We'll get the final standings in just a moment. Sonoda, the last driver to come up to the line. There he is. And there is the full classification.
Wasn't that a fantastic drive from the Alfa Romeo driver?
What a brilliant race that was for the team. They just did everything right. The driver included, of course.
Pure elation there as the driver regroups with a team that worked so hard to see this moment. So then, Peru, in terms of the Alfa Romeo team, how will they be feeling after that?
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
And with that, our time in Texas now draws to a close.
We're nearing the end of the season and it's time for some serious heat. Stay with us as Formula One moves to Mexico City.
So then confirmation of the final result. It is another win for Ollie Behrman and the fastest lap as well. Perfect weekend for him. Charles Leclerc in second, ahead of Lando Norris in third. That rounds out the podium. Isaac in fourth, ahead of Oscar Piastri and Max and Sainz, all at 5 places each. Maloney dropping down to 8th place ahead of Giovinazzi. Gasly getting himself up 10 places to take the final point there. Looking at the bottom half of the standings, you see Porsche in 11th ahead of Magnussen 12th. Both Ferraris getting a couple of places there in 13th and 14th ahead of Joe. Disappointment for him, down 10 places to finish in 15th. Not a great race for Schumacher either. That collision early with Tsunoda destroyed his chances of anything. Albon up 2 places despite that big spin, but another weekend to forget for him. Ocon was completely missing in action tonight, down in 18th place, and Tsunoda down 5 thanks to that collision with Mick. It's Belojak's a long way off. I've got to have a look. Was Belojak's car in a really bad condition? Yes, it was. Look at that. Good gearbox, but poor engine, poor ERS, and just no pace at all for him tonight. What was Max's car like? Oh, so that's why Max was a bit off the pace tonight. And Leclerc's gearbox went towards the end. Norris looking competitive. Ocon, weak engine, but that shouldn't explain that much of a pace difference. So, let's see what that's done to the standings for the drivers. Ollie has retaken the lead from Verstappen by 5 points. That is awesome news. Leclerc stretches his gap over Isaac a little bit with those extra 7 points earned this weekend. That gap is now 24 points. But that's a nice little gap to work towards closing down. Norris actually closing down Isaac a little bit there as well, outscoring him by 5 tonight. So there's just 13 points between them now. No, 23 points. Oscar, some decent points for him. He's on to 171. Falls a long way ahead of his teammate, but he's still in no man's land, really. 20 points behind Lando and being outscored again. His championship is pretty much done and dusted now. He's so far behind Ollie that it's going to be a passing of the torch from one of our former drivers to one of our current drivers. There's Joe, some decent points for him. 4 points. He's 1 away from hitting triple figures now and moves a little bit further away from Ocon. Gasly, with that extra point, is in 10th, but he's under pressure from Zane Maloney, who closes the gap to just 4 points and pulls away from Teo, who has had a bit of an inconsistent season. It's surprising to see Maloney doing that so much better this year than Teo. Then we've got Sainz moving above George Russell. Then it's Tsunoda, Magnussen. Giovinazzi jumps up 2 places, so Williams now 16th and 17th, as Belojak's and Stroll both drop down a place. Albon still bottom, still in just single-digit numbers. As far as the constructors go, we stay second, but with 51 points against 32, we have taken a big chomp out of that gap. The gap now 19 points in the Constructors' Championship, so we are right back in that fight. McLaren move above AlphaTauri on 284. They are 9 points clear of the reigning Constructors' Champions now. Haas in 5th with an extra 7 points. Mercedes not too far behind, 14 further back in 6th place on 111. They are 30 points clear of Alpine, who've moved above Aston Martin tonight. And that means at the bottom, it's Ferrari on 59 and Williams, who do pick up 5 more points, still in 10th place on 34. Let's take a look at the pit stop competition. It is the quickest stop for Red Bull and fourth for Max, ahead of second and third for AlphaTauri there. So that will be more points for Red Bull over AlphaTauri, 37 against 33. Ferrari get both their cars in there, as do Mercedes and McLaren. So some decent points for those teams. That's what the standings now look like. 593 against 462. That 131-point gap is probably unbeatable now for Red Bull. So it looks as like they are well on their way to reclaiming that competition for only the second time since we've been doing this hardcore series. Ferrari in third, some decent points. They are a long way clear, 105 clear of McLaren. They are probably secure in third place. McLaren 50 points clear of Mercedes. They did lose a few points tonight. That's not completely done and dusted yet, but the pair of them are probably, just battling for fourth and fifth. I don't think they're going to fall back towards Alpine. Aston in seventh, no points for them tonight, or Williams or Alfa, Romeo or Haas. So we remain in ninth place. Quickest stop tonight was a 1.9. Slowest in the top 10 was a 2.48. Our best stop was a 2.799. That is a new personal best for us. But we're still not in contention there. You can see we were 0.3 off. But the gap's now only 0.3. So we are slowly catching. Maybe we can actually get there purely on pace by the end of the season if we're lucky. 3 other stops, though, all over 3 seconds. So not an amazing weekend for us pit stop wise. As far as our driver report cards go, let's take a look. It is 18 and 8 in the overtakes for Isaac and 14 and 5. That's very good numbers. Again, let's not forget that for most of the Grand Prix, both of our drivers, and for the sprints as well, our drivers were in low defense mode. So to get numbers like that is very impressive. As far as the sprint goes, a bit more complicated there for Ollie, losing and retaking the lead on a number of occasions. So he's 15 and 19 in overtakes, 17 and 13 in defense. The numbers certainly look better for Isaac, and he had a great drive to punch his way up from 13th in qualifying to finish in 4th in the sprint, and then hang on to 4th for the Grand Prix despite the change in conditions. Ollie, though, first in qualifying, first in the sprint, first in the Grand Prix, and with a fastest lap. Basically, the Grand Slam for him. He was supreme today. Now, let's see how much money we've made. Oh, wow, we've lost 2 million. How have we lost 2 million? So, what? How did we not get the quali streak? The quali streak was 2 in the top 15. How did we not get that? At least I think it was. Oh, I'm going to have to quickly jump the live stream all the way back to the beginning. And have a look at our targets going into the Grand Prix. I'm a little worried now. Let's have a look. It's me comparing teams. Checking the sponsor email. Qualifying streak. Oh no, it was 2 in the top 10. Oh, bugger. Oh man, we lost so much money then. That could have been a mighty payout, and in the end, we basically get 1 million over our base rate. Oh, that is so frustrating. I honestly thought we'd done enough. Oh, god damn. Talk about a lost opportunity. We could have made over 15 million tonight, and in the end, we made 1 million more than we would normally. So, not a good weekend as far as the sponsors go. Ah, damn. the finish position streak that was 2 in the top 15, which didn't come up tonight, so knackers. All right then, a little bit of disappointment to round off what has been an amazing Grand Prix weekend for us. We head to Mexico next. Let's see what the weather's looking like for Mexico. No surprise, it's going to be dry. Very rare we get rain at Mexico, but it's going to be a little cool on the race day there. So that will help with tyre wear. Shouldn't have to do too much in the way of tyre saving. Let's take a look at our inbox. We should definitely consider hosting them again. Indeed. Hopefully this next time we'll actually get some money out of them properly. Let's see. We need to replace the chassis, front wing on both cars, and the suspension on Isaac's as well. So let's get that done now. There we go. 1 spare chassis. One spare suspension. Rear wing is at risk. And medium at risk there as well. So we've got 3 spare front wings. Could do with an extra side pod, maybe. Still got a fair few races to go. Might need new underfloors as well. They're both potentially going to go at the end of the next Grand Prix. Let's have a look. What are we actually building right now? Nothing. So with 2 rear wings about to go, we should probably definitely build an extra couple of rear wings, or at least 1 extra rear wing, just so we have a spare. Let's build 1 extra side pod just to be on the safe side. Still got about 20 odd mil left in the cost cap. Let's build an extra underfloor as well. And I'm going to hold off on a new side pod, a new chassis and suspension for now, unless it's looking weak. No, they're both looking okay. So for now, we don't need to worry about one of those. Our bank balance could have been so much higher, but 12.3 mil is quite a nice amount. Let's have a look in here. Car park test center is getting close. That's just going to be refurbed. Yeah, I'm going to look at an upgrade for the wind tunnel. Team hub. Yeah, it'd be nice to get that done, but other more pressing things really are needed. Let's advance time a little bit. There we go. The front wing research project is done. Mr. Water is laughing at my misfortune. Thank you, Mr. Water. Right. Let's get another research project underway. So we've got 2 days until the rear wing project finishes, so that'll be ready on Monday. I think we're only a few days away from the next ATR period. 11 days, a week and a bit. So, let's see. Let's go with a side pod. We'll leave everything as is on that. Just the 1 engineer will be all we'll need on that. And then when the rear wing comes up, we'll just get a chassis done, so that when these drop, we can immediately... Actually, I might just wait until the hours are ready. Let's see. 7 days away. Underfloor. No, yeah. Well, let's throw an extra engineer on that to speed that up a bit. There we go. And let's take an engineer off that. Put that on the suspension as well. Let's take another engineer off that. And put that on there as well. There we go. So, we've got new ATR in 11 days. So, this will become a chassis project. And then this will stay blank for 4 days once that's done, to give us time to get that new ATR period. And then 2 days after that, we can then get something going here as well. That is it for tonight. We are looking like we are going to challenge for those titles again. You can see the gap now down to just 19 points in the constructors. We are back on top by 5 points in the drivers' title. Going to be a tight run to the end of the season. 4 more races to go. 4 days left to stream this week. So tomorrow night we'll be back for Mexico before we do our final sprint of the season in Brazil on Wednesday. Then Thursday we head to Vegas, where traditionally we've been actually pretty strong. And then Abu Dhabi, the season finale. Titles are probably going to be decided at Abu Dhabi. So even if you don't watch any more races over the next couple of days, make sure you're here for Friday for the season finale, because I do think both of the titles will go down to the wire. Whether we can get them both, or even if we can get any, remains to be seen. But I do hope you join me for the remaining races this week, for all of them. I will be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. tomorrow. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob. Say J-Bob for a second then. Well, I suppose J-Bob. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.